Welcome back to another episode, and today is New Game Stuff episode 6. Now, I've been putting off doing this episode because so much stuff has built up. And the reason why, this is all the stuff from Christmas, my birthday, quite literally the last 4 months, so it seems a lot more than what it actually is, even though it's actually a lot. So I have no idea how many episodes this is going to be. I'm just going to kind of make my way through it, and I'm not going to show a lot of gameplay footage of all the different games because that would take forever to do, so I'm just going to try to get through this stuff. Like so many people, I picked up the Nintendo 3DS. I like this machine, it's excellent. And the launch games that I picked up are Super Street Fighter, the 3D edition, Ridge Racer 3D, which I really like, and Pilot Wings Resort. Actually, this is the first Pilot Wings game I've ever picked up at launch. I've always kind of played them as tech demos. They are tech demos, but it's actually a pretty good game. It actually shows what the 3DS can do, with the 3D. Okay, there's a lot of video games to get through here. Okay, so this is one I wanted to put on the last New Game Stuff episode, and I completely forgot. Red Dead Redemption. And wow, what a game on the 360. I love this game. It's incredible. I love the open world environment. So I had to pick up this, Red Dead Redemption: The Undead Nightmare. And it's basically like Red Dead Redemption with zombies. I had mixed results with this game. I didn't quite enjoy it as much as I did Red Dead Redemption, but I think they're both excellent games. Here's a game that I passed up the first time, and I actually wish I didn't, and that is Nier. And I picked this up for like $7, so what a steal. I recommend everybody pick this up for that price. It's really good, and it's an action RPG and by Square Enix. And a lot of people passed over this. As I said, I did, and I think the reason why, some of the initial reviews in this game were not good. And I think the review that I remember the best was somebody saying that they were standing on a pier trying to fish in the game, and it took them like 3 hours to catch a fish before they could proceed in the game. Where what I actually heard is, if you actually go to the pier just down the road, you can actually get a fish in about 5 minutes. That was the initial bad review, so I'm definitely going to put some time into this. I've heard great things about it. Nier. Okay, everybody wanted to know what I was going to think about this game, Splatterhouse. I'm a huge fan of the old TurboGrafx game. And what I think about the new Splatterhouse is, I think it's very action-oriented. I think it's very bloody, as a Splatterhouse should be, but somehow it doesn't come together the way I was hoping it would. I love the side view levels. The side view levels are excellent. They look fantastic. But Splatterhouse as a game on its own, it's okay. I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. It's not a horrible game, but it's not a great game. So I don't know. If you get it on the cheap, it might be actually worth it to you guys. Here we go. Fist of the North Star on the 360. A long time ago in another New Game Stuff episode, I imported the PS3 version of this game, and I really liked it, and I really like this again. It's a very repetitive game, just so you know, but it's fun. Anybody who likes Fist of the North Star, the old anime, you'll really get a kick out of this game, so definitely check it out. Of course, I had to pick up Halo Reach, and I know everybody's like probably saying to me, wow, this came out months ago, and I did. I bought this game months ago. I finished it months ago. I'm finally getting to talking about it now. Love it. I really, really enjoyed it. I'm a bit of a Halo fan. I don't play a lot of first-person shooters, but Halo was the first game I really kind of played. Isn't that amazing? Halo Reach is excellent. It's a really nice conclusion to the series. Wonderful graphics, great gameplay. It's Halo. It's exactly what you're going to expect, right? So I liked it. Okay, here we go into some of the other games here. Okay, I might as well talk about both of these games at the same time. Ys Oath of Felghana, the Premium Edition, and Ys 1 and 2 Chronicles Premium Edition, and they're both by Xseed, who I'm classing as the new working designs. I finished Oath of Felghana, an excellent game. It's kind of a remake of the original Ys 3 on the TurboGrafx, Turbo CD, and I love it. In 3D, it's really good. And this, I actually haven't tried. Ys 1 and 2 Chronicles. I've played so many versions of books 1 and 2, and I can't wait to play this. They're both on the PSP. Definitely check out Oath of Felghana. I can recommend this, and I'll tell you about Ys 1 and 2 Chronicles later on, absolutely. I haven't played it, I haven't taken it out of the shrink wrap, but I finally got around to picking up Deathsmiles. I picked this up in my local video game store, Game Deals, and it's still shrink wrapped. Definitely have to give it a go. A great cave shooter. A bullet hell shooter, as they call it. A shmup. Some people call them shmups. I call them shooters. But definitely Deathsmiles. I can't wait to try this out. I can't wait to fight that gigantic cow head. That should be very interesting. So, okay, here we go. Dead Space 2, the collector's edition. It comes with a little mini gun. It's not very good, the gun, but here's the collector's edition. I love Dead Space. I finished the first Dead Space. Wonderful, wonderful game. I did a review on it back in the day, way back in the day. And Dead Space 2 came out. I finished Dead Space 2 probably about a month and a half ago. What did I think about Dead Space 2? I thought it was a lot like Dead Space 1, which is not a bad thing. I didn't think they did enough innovations in the gameplay, because the gameplay is exactly the same as Dead Space. But Dead Space 1 wasn't broken, so there was nothing really that needed to be fixed except the G, 0G levels. And those are excellent. They've really made those a lot better. But the storyline, it's okay. I was a little disappointed with the ending of Dead Space 2, but obviously no spoilers. Check it out for yourself, make your own conclusions. Dead Space 2. Here we go, you guys will be laughing at me for this one. I finally finished Uncharted on the PS3. And wow, it's funny, I bought this a long time ago, and one night I picked it up, and for the next 2 days I couldn't quit playing it. I finished it, loved it. A really good action platformer style game in 3D. Fantastic, I can't wait to play the second one. I know, I haven't played the second one either, so I'm getting on these things. So Uncharted, what a great game. I really actually like that. And God of War 3. I'm nearly near the end of this game, and I love it. Obviously, it's a fantastic looking game. One of the best looking games I've seen on the PS3. Great playing game. Over the top gore, over the top action. Oh, it's excellent. I love God of War 3. My girlfriend picked me this up for Christmas. Love it. And here's a game I picked up in Best Buy for $9. Mad World, brand new. Haven't played it? Go figure. Platinum Games, I will. End of story. Next up is Dragon Quest IV, the import PS1 game. And what a lot of you guys may not know is that this game was actually supposed to come out over here. I think I've mentioned that before, and it never did. It was actually in Dragon Warrior 7 on the PS1. In the back of it, the manual, it actually said that it was coming out, and they never translated it. Annex at the time was going through a lot of problems, and so sadly we never got this, but here it is. I just wanted to try it out on the PS1, see how it looked, see how it played. I have it all obviously on the DS, so nothing new here, but want to see how the PS1 version plays. Okay, I'm a sucker for punishment. I can admit that. Now, as you guys know, one of my most hated games of all time, besides Dynamite Ducks, is Double Dungeons on the Turbo Graphics. And I'm so hilarious. I go on eBay probably a couple of weeks ago, and I had to type in Double Dungeons. I see the Japanese version. I had to buy it. I had to torture myself. I don't know why I do this to myself, but I hate the game so much that I love it. How about that one? So here's the Japanese version of Double Dungeons. It plays exactly the same, but it's in Japanese. I was talking about this on the podcast the other night, and I bought Star Wars The Knights of the Old Republic when it first came out on the original Xbox, and wow, I had a bit of a religious experience with the game. It was probably the greatest Star Wars game I have ever played, and I loved it. And do you know the weird thing? I was trying to find my copy of the game, and I lost it. I don't know where the hell it is. Honestly, I don't have it here. I know where all my games are, but it's just disappeared, and so I had to buy it again off eBay. So I got a good deal. I got it for like $20, and I'll definitely be popping this again in for nostalgic sake. Love Knights of the Old Republic. Next up is the soundtrack to Dragon Quest Swords. I love this game on the Wii. I think it's a very underrated game. I think a lot of people passed it over, and I really like Dragon Quest Swords. I'm a big fan of that game. I spent a lot of time playing it, and so I had to pick up the soundtrack. The music's really good. And I actually got this cheap in Best Buy, Phantasy Star 2 Portable. Haven't played it, but I will be getting right on that. Okay, this is a good one. This is a game I've always wanted in my collection, and fortunately for me, a guy came in and traded in all of his old PS1 games, to game deals. And I went down there, and Brian gave me a heck of a deal on Persona 2. Yes, this is Persona 2. Now, this is actually the reprint version, just so we can get that out of the way. And I did not mind picking up the reprint version. It is an excellent looking version. It's mint. It looks exactly like the original. I'm very happy to have Persona 2 on the PS1. This is one I've wanted for a long time. So happy to get it.